As the medical director, Dr. Michelle Dow holds the responsibility to ensure that every medical procedure conducted under her authority at the Clare Health Center is performed ethically, safely, and in accordance with best medical practice. Well, you know what? We're just going to alter this, make an amendment here because, I mean, there's any doctor that will violate the Hippocratic Oath on a daily basis. It's not any kind of doctor at all, not in my view, anyways. But so this here is, I mean, it's nothing but a clown. I mean, she really makes the profession of being a medical doctor into a farce, in the most abominable farce there is. I mean, first of all, it's the other thing that we were discussing, which is even worse than this. I mean, this is pretty bad, but the other one was the worst that there is, right? So medical assistance in dying, it involves administering powerful medications that stop a person's breathing and heartbeat without proper anesthesia management, especially the monitoring of depth of unconsciousness. There is a serious risk of the patient experiencing awareness, pain, or terror while being paralyzed, physically paralyzed, and unable to communicate. The absence of an anesthesiologist or even basic anesthesia protocols is not a trivial oversight. It is a potential violation of medical ethics and patient safety. No other procedure with such grave consequences would be permitted without an anesthesiology team. Therefore, Dr. Michel Dow owes the public and the families of those who have undergone MAID at the Clare Health, under the direction of the Clare Health Center, a clear and transparent explanation. Right? Why is MAID being administered without anesthesia oversight? Are depths of consciousness monitors used during the procedure? No, it's not. We know it's not. And what steps are taken to prevent the possibility of conscious paralysis? And if the center cannot guarantee a painless death, why is the procedure being offered at all? Well, here is going to be where the snowball falls and tumbles into some really dark and twisted stuff. So until these questions are answered, there can be no confidence in the safety, ethics, or humanity of how MAID is practiced at the Clare Health Center. So this is getting really dark and twisted. But the other topic that we were talking about before, I don't know if you can. I'm not talking about it in this channel because there's a reason why. There's a reason why I'm going to separate these two issues, because it is two separate issues. But I promise you, the first issue that we are not talking about is far more superior. It's far more important. This issue is probably a level 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 importance. I mean, this is really extremely important. I mean, this medical assistance in dying is being administered without anesthesia? Right? What kind of nonsense, sloppy foolishness is that? To call it sloppy would be an insult to things that are sloppy. Right, that's how bad it is. Right, so but as the importance of this is probably a level 4, level 4. But the other thing was a level 10, which is Mrs. Michelle Dow is guilty of. Right, she's very, very culpable, legally, morally, ethically culpable. Right? This is not a pillar of our society. This is a predator, right? A predator. It's just oh man, what kind of person? What kind of society are we allowing? What kind of society are we allowing? What kind of society are we to allow this kind of to allow our most vulnerable to be treated in such a reckless manner? I mean, this. I mean, just think about it for a minute. Medical assistance in dying without anesthesiologist. An anesthesiologist is the number one thing that we would require for medical assistance in dying, But then, what about this real doctor? This is the real doctor, is an anesthesiologist. I mean, he's not going to want to do that. Well, he's either got to do it or there's not going to be any MAID. That's clear cut. But no, they want to get they don't really care about how it's done. They just care that it's done, and it's certainly done. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the guy died. He certainly died. But I know that terror and pain, extreme pain, is it sometimes happens, right? Maybe not every time, or I don't know. I mean, I don't know how, but I know they're reckless and sloppy, and there is that.